show. And are we back to the techno bumper music? I'm getting too confused here. What's going on? Did Mikey D come back with the bumper music, or was it El Jefe?
That's El Jefe Fezzi taunting him, and Mikey actually just threw something at the wall.
Okay, so this is not to be nice. This is just another slam at Mikey D.
I can't hear these through my F-phones, so I don't know what's happening.
They're now called F-phones in the business. That's a business term. It's an industry term.
Maybe I'll just start and refer to them that way. All right, 866-277-4969. And you know what? I'm going to, I think, sit down and have a professionalism meeting with everybody after the show tonight.
That might be a good idea.
Just one of those things that say a pro has to be a pro has to be a pro.
All the time.
There's sunny days and there's rainy days. I think James Taylor put it best. And that whole fire and rain thing with that flying machine went down.
Well, I know rainy days and Mondays get me down.
That's the Carpenters. That's the Carpenters, and that was more your thing. All right, 866-277-4969. Here is Matt. Matt, you're on the Fez.
Hello, Matthew.
Actually, it's Jeff.
All right.
When are we having the professionalism talk?
As soon as Billy sobers up, I'm going to get him a shave.
Professionals Anonymous.
You know, Billy took off last week. You think he would shave during that time?
You think he would have found the time to scrape a razor across all 8 chins?
All right, Jeff, excuse me for the mess up. What can we do for you?
Well, a big-ass topic would be VJ Singh getting heckled after missing a putt.
Now, Fezzi, did you see that and some of the stuff they were doing with Tiger over the weekend?
I saw what happened to Tiger, where he was, I think it was his second shot on the first hole, and they whistled, and it looked like something like it looked like Jackie Gleason and Art Carney practicing golf. I did not see VJ Singh.
Now, didn't we also have a deal where we had a woman running out naked? Now, some of these at the Open.
Is it Happy Gilmore now?
Well, here's what happened. They have gone out of their way to make this a mainstream sport. So now they're getting the normal baseball fan, the normal football fan. You're getting the ham and eggers out there.
So, all right, so you can't get upset then if you want mainstream America fans and they're doing what fans do at sporting events.
Right. I'm never saw that these golfers should be treated any easier. I mean, what's easier, hitting a ball that's sitting there on the tee or hitting a ball coming at you at 95 miles an hour? The guy swinging at a 95 miles per hour pitch, he's getting heckled. He's got to deal with it. Somebody tries to kick a field goal with the other team. They're jumping up and down. If he can hit a 50-yard field goal with people with pinwheels and flashing lights at him,
rally sticks,
why can't a golfer hit a putt with people heckling? People should be going crazy the whole time he's trying to putt.
Hey, putter, what's the matter? Hey, putter.
Can't putt.
Hey, putter, swing. And now Morgana's running out on the field? What's happened?
Actually a little more attractive than Morgana, but they did have normally it's been the stupid guy streakers since Nike did this, but this was actually a lady pooing first.
So what happened with VJ Singh, Jeff?
Well, when he missed a putt, someone from the audience told him that Annika Sorensen would have made that putt.
Now, see, he deserves those heckles because he's a big crybaby about Annika, and he didn't even have to be.
And then the other one I heard was that Ron and Fez were getting a studio apartment together.
Wouldn't that be nice?
We'd like a radio studio together at this point.
Just the two of us in a studio apartment. Wow, this is tight. I thought we'd have a little more. Jeff, you would have wanted you made the studio apartment crack.
All right.
And it's actually more of a loft. So that.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff.
Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy. We'll talk to you later on. All right, Fuzzy, just because we're in the non-professional mode tonight.
Right.
Now people are IMing me here at Ron and Fez on AOL and saying that during the commercials they can hear El Jefe saying, 3 minutes, New York, 3 minutes.
You know, you can call us Ron and Fez if you'd like. If you're going to go ahead and broadcast the time cues, you can go ahead and call us Ron and Fez.
He makes that seem more like he's doing TV news, and it keeps him excited.
Stand by, Tokyo. We go live to Sydney, Australia.
And then back to our Washington Bureau, where El Jefe has the news from the Hill.
Max Robinson in Chicago. Peter Jennings in London. Frank Reynolds in New York.
Jeez, how far do you go back? You are amazing.
I go way, way back.
You can't remember anything that happened today, yet you can do the ABC News team from 1979. Because that's about when that was, when he was in London, right?
Yeah, when Peter Jennings was in London. And I'll tell you what.
There was 4 of them.
Yeah,
they spanned the globe and no one watched.
Yeah, there was someone in Washington. Was it Frank Reynolds in Washington? And somebody was in New York, Max Robinson in Chicago, Peter Jennings in London. I think they had a chick in there somewhere.
Who's the missing guy? The missing anchor.
And is it Washington or New York?
Well, I think it was Washington and New York. They always have a New York anchor.
I was trying to remember where Frank Reynolds was.
I would guess that Frank Reynolds was... He had a house in Washington.
Frank Reynolds in Washington sounds correct.
Yeah, but I know that he lived in the Washington area. So he probably... Who else could have been like a Harry Reasoner or something?
I was wondering because Harry Reasoner was at ABC by that time.
Yeah. So it might have been him. God, you're bizarre with that. You're like a freak.
I'm not a freak.
I just meant by the way you fly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm very freaky when I fly.
3 minutes, New York. 3 minutes. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Chris. We're looking for the big-ass topics. We have 3 to go, 3 trips to the big-ass prize closet left.
Well, I don't know if it was big-ass topic-worthy, but definitely hilarious. I don't know what was funnier, seeing George Bush Jr. fall off one of those new scooter things or seeing our 2 favorite geriatric Americans, George Bush Sr. and Barbara Bush, ride them up the driveway.
Now, we talked about this, I guess, Friday, right, during the midday show, Fezzi?
Yeah, definitely.
So that was kind of Thursday's news, Thursday night news is when it came out. Barbara Bush was going like a baby crawling, could have beat her, the way she was doing her Segway. And I don't even know how to make a Segway move because apparently it just knows what you want. It's not like you hit a lever to go slower.
Right. I don't know whether you just kind of lean forward and that starts the forward motion.
But how could that even be? You lean one way, and it just follows you.
Yeah, because I think even when you turn, I think you have to move your body to turn. You're not, like, turning the handlebars to the right or the left.
Absolutely, you're not.
That's all body-controlled somehow or another.
But as far as I know, these things are impossible to fall off of, and yet the president found a way of eating dirt.
Yeah, the president gets on one. It goes face forward into the ground and sets back technology at least another 25 years. The thing that can't fall over falls over with the president. They really ought to sue him.
And we're supposed to believe he's a former fighter pilot when he fought in the Vietnam War down there in Alabama.
I'm definitely a proud Republican, but seeing this guy choke on pretzels and now fall off a thing that you're not supposed to be able to fall off of.
He's Gerald Ford.
I know. Never mind George Bush Jr. He's Jerry Ford Jr.
Yeah. All right, now, we already talked about that, but thanks, Chris. I always do like to bring up any kind of presidential mishap. What is it, Wonder Boy? What do you want to do? Talk about the Barrio again?
No. Or is it the Segway?
Yeah, the Segway.
All right, we'll go to our science officer, Wonder Boy.
What it is it runs on gyroscopes. Like, that's... And what it does is the base of it is flat, and it can feel like the slightest lean in your body. So like when you kind of think,
but how would she go so slow?
Well, what it is,
she was timid. They could tell.
Yeah, I think
can it tell your metabolism as well?
No, I think she just probably didn't lean far enough forward to accelerate that fast. I think if you lean much further forward.
So if you really lean into it, the thing's going to take off on you.
It goes much faster. So if you just lean slightly, it's going to just.
How could he fall off of it then? That's impossible,
That defies physics. Yeah.
All right, you're a guy you got your degree in physics, right?
Yes.
And I couldn't believe what Barbara Bush was wearing. She's in the same house dress that my Grammy wears when she cleans up, when she cleans the house on Saturdays.
You know, I don't understand it, Fez, but I find her very hot.
Really?
Get back here.
What happened to the science officer?
Yeah, I want the science officer back here. And is there a reason that you're dressing like El Jefe?
I don't even really know how he dresses.
What you doing, Ese? Don't you know I loco?
En la cabeza.
He's been doing so good on the show, I thought dressing like him would help.
Vive la raza!
You think he's doing good?
Yeah, I mean...
I want you to say the truth now before we move on. Who should be doing bumper music, Mikey D or El Jefe? And I want you to say it from the heart.
I think that techno was a little dry for us. And I think that what El Jefe's doing works a lot better with our show.
All right.
Viva la raza, I say.
Another knife in the back. Thank you, Wonder Boy.
I think that one came right to your front.
No, it was a knife against techno, Mikey, not against you.
All right, so he went overboard with the techno?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't high enough energy for us. I don't think.
Techno's not high energy enough for... Who are we?
People dance for 9 hours straight.
What are we, Chihuahuas?
I'm just
How
saying,
high energy do we have to be?
I don't think it set as good of a tone as the more rockin' stuff.
All right. I'm gonna, and I hope you're not trying to just be mean to Mikey. It'd be funny. I want you to be honest.
No, I really hated the techno for a long time, and I'm glad I finally had it before him.
Why did you
that
say so before?
I'm not going to run Mikey's music down. If he likes techno, Cameron likes techno.
But you know that Fezzi and I don't care about the music.
My musical tastes are so on the outside. I thought if I brought it up.
If Ronnie and I cared about it, we would be picking it out, and we would go through a painstaking process.
Every show, I always say, why can't we just come back dry? That's always my idea.
I don't think that's high enough energy either. I think that the rock's
fine
good.
with it coming back dry.
High fence. That's awful. That makes me... Coming back dry actually makes me thirsty.
But some of those times with the techno songs, I would wait to the end. And it would just go on and on for 9 hours. All right, Mikey, you're upset, right?
Look, he's just staring off in the distance. He's not even listening to the show.
I'm about to bat him over the head with the stick here.
Why?
Because.
I mean, it's just an opinion. Yeah, that I agree with.
Because you're going to bat me over the head with a stick when I brought it up.
You're not approachable, Mike.
Yeah, I went out of my way to not bring this up.
All right, you know what? I want to say this. When I do the professionalism talk later,
yes,
hitting each other with sticks is going to be on the part of it.
I know.
That's going to be a whole sub-chapter.
On the professionalism part of it, why are there sticks in the studio? There should be sticks in here.
Oh, in case we need to hit each other. We always want to be prepared.
What's wrong?
You know what? And I hate to get a professional thing in front of Wonder Boy when he's wearing a dog collar and a bracelet made out of skulls.
It's a nice bracelet.
You know what?
Is that what it is?
You're sitting there with your little tough look, and I would beat you up on my way to a fight.
That's a charm bracelet, Ronnie. Each one of those skulls, one's for each of his grandchildren.
If I had to prove, hey, do you want to go with, would you rather fight Wonder Boy or a guy coming out of cancer stuff? I'd say, give me Wonder Boy. I'm afraid that the cancer guy's going to get off a punch.
The cancer guy, what's he got to lose?
It's just a nice bracelet. It's not supposed to look tough. It's just jewelry.
And you got the black nails done this weekend.
Again,
that's nice.
I don't think it makes me look tough.
Guess who we saw today when we were doing our 11 o'clock show? We saw the girl. Look at how happy Mikey is now. We saw the guy who bangs your girlfriend.
Nice.
That's what his name tag said.
Really?
Yeah.
Someone's signed, but nice.
That's not an
Nice
inside.
wearing a name tag.
We talk about that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it comes up constantly. Don't start acting like, we need to mass appeal this show.
Can I bring that up at the professionalism meeting?
No, you just sit and learn.
We'll teach you how to be a professional.
You know, as we're short time and they have no fear of me at all anymore.
Oh, no. They're just...
they used to quake in front of me.
Right. I actually heard you get called a turd tonight.
Son of a bitch, I'm going to kill him. We'll techno forever. We'll listen.
Why punish the listeners?
I'll let Mikey put on his hideous jams till 11 o'clock every night. Mikey, do me a favor, come out of the 80s, buddy.
The techno stuff.
Everybody's doing ecstasy now. It's not a big deal.
Who you partying with? Max Robinson in Chicago?
This stuff is up to date.
Apparently it's not.
Well, Soundgarden is in Spoon Man.
No, but there are songs that are known. That's what they're going for.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem.
Songs that are known.
Is that a bad thing for the radio to have stuff that people recognize?
It tends to make me keep listening.
I mean, most radio stations will go, hey, let's play songs that people are familiar with and like.
I know, the flying medicine still isn't out of my system, but this show is cracking me up.
Yes, you know what? It's only because you're high. It's not a good show.
I'm so high.
It's a fustercluck, and it's getting on my nerves. Everybody here is on my nerves, and then Fez is cackling, and that's just pushing me over the edge.
And I'm going to have to contain that before the professionalism seminar after the show.
You know what? Now I'm not even doing it. Because I'm a little hungry, and I'm thinking about a sandwich instead after the show. Now, you didn't get your gig that you were going for, huh?
No, I didn't. I applied for a job on air in Florida, and they didn't.
You almost got it.
I was really close. They said they came down. They interviewed one person after they talked to me, and then
They came down to who had the prettiest fingernail paint.
It came that the station decided. It was a small station, a small market, right?
Yeah.
And it came down to they were either going to take Wonder Boy or buy an extra stool. And they said, you know what? People like to sit down when they're doing their shifts.
They just didn't have enough in the budget for both.
Yeah. But
Bruce.
Wonder Boy, I want you to understand something.
Right.
You will get a gig.
Well, I
You're
hope
good.
so.
Seriously. You're good and you got a lot of future.
Thank
all right?
you.
So I don't want you to worry about that.
Yeah, it's hard. It's been a long time without a gig.
And let me tell you something else. Everybody that's 19, 20 years old starting this business, like you, has trouble getting on the air.
Ronnie, he's 27.
Oh, my God.
He's 27 years old.
And you couldn't get a gig in Jupiter, Florida.
Not even at the Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater, bussing tables.
You're gonna do okay, kid.
Are you sure? Even at
Yes.
27?
No, I'm only kidding you, but because you look young and you dress like an infant.
You've already learned the most valuable lesson of broadcasting. Speak out against the bumper music when you feel it's right.
Does everybody go this way on the bumper music?
I didn't ask. It's not information I wanted to have. If everyone hated it, I didn't want to be keeping that from Mike.
But it was bothering you for a long time?
I just thought it wasn't as good as the rock stuff that we've been using.
Why didn't you tell me if nobody else? I just broke it to Mikey.
Cameron thought it was great. He's sending messages that it's going good. I don't want to go against the team.
Oh, we made those up.
Oh, God. Look who's trying to get on the air.
Oh. Here comes Harry Elvis, the intern.
What is it, Harry?
How much weight did you put on over the weekend? Can I just ask that?
Most of it's breast weight. Go ahead and tell us what you think.
Lord, how do you gain weight over a weekend?
It was a week, Fezzy. You were going a week.
Oh.
Of course you could put on 20. What is it that you want to say?
I didn't particularly care for the techno music either.
Oh,
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not a big techno guy. I don't like techno music at all.
What kind of music do you like?
Just more like rock and alternative.
I want you to know something, and both you guys know this. And by the way, later tonight, Wonder Boy, we will tell you a story of when you were embarrassed by your best buddy here, Harry Elvis. But why wouldn't you come to me and Fezzy and say you don't like the music?
I was under the impression that you guys were fine with it because
we're fine with anything. Or see, you're not getting the point. If Ronnie and I cared that much,
right,
we would painstakingly go through CDs, songs, playlists, everything, and find just the right formula.
But we're in talk radio. We did morning radio where we had to play music, and we hated it. So we used to yell over the songs and say, oh, this sucks. Let's get to the comedy. So finally they did us the favor and just dropped it.
There was one song we used to bark through until they finally took it off the playlist.
We went to 2 for Tuesday type, okay? I think that even when I want to go to a concert, I like acoustic better because it's quieter. I don't have to hear their racket.
So the best thing in the world for me and Ronnie is to say to Mikey or El Jefe or whoever, you know what? You handle the bumper music. You make the call. Find something that's good for the show, something that sounds good.
All right, Mikey says he wants to defend this up. What is it, Mikey?
And now look what's happened. Now it has become
I
the
know.
pain in the ass we wanted to avoid.
Well, on the Ron Fez net board, there's a bumper music poll, and I'm winning, baby. I've got almost 50%.
Against who?
Who are you, George?
Against El Jefe.
Who are you, George W. Bush? Where you can win and not get 50%? It's you against El Jefe, and you don't have 50%. That's not even possible.
Yes.
I have 50% because it's me
Yes,
against
of
El
the
Jefe.
popular vote. But now we have to go to the Electoral College.
Well, they also have they equally suck and who cares?
All right, let me put in both a vote for each of those.
Well, El Jefe is getting beat on both of those as
All
well.
right, and this is from RonFez.net.
So you're saying El Jefe is fourth out of
Yes.
Mikey D, El Jefe, they both suck, and who cares?
Right.
And El Jefe's coming in fourth out of those four choices?
And now Heckle and Jekyll are against me over here. I can't believe it.
Mikey, it's
It's
not
professionalism. Their name is Wonder Boy and Harry Elvis.
I just got this from Rooster on RonFez.net. He says Mikey should get a haircut and drop the I can't drive 55 bit.
Rooster's going to get a stick thrown at him. That's
Stop.
it.
It can't.
Why are you throwing sticks?
He knows I'm deadly with those
This
sticks.
next weekend?
By the way, later on tonight, we will have tickets to see Styx, REO Speedwagon and Journey in concert at Aerofest 2003.
Mikey slapped out and got him for us.
That's coming up later on in the show.
Maybe what we'll do is we'll have like a bumper music bump off.
I love it. I'm ready for that.
I can't take the techno. My head's killing me. Seriously, Mike, I can't.
I can't believe you guys sat through how many weeks of techno and didn't say anything to us.
Well, I mean, it's a personal preference. I mean, if Mikey thought it sounded good, he's more of a musical expert, so I wasn't going to come in and start.
Yeah, but everybody has a preference. You know that.
That's right, musical expert. And I thought it was the best thing to come out of the spots.
Right. Wonder Boy and Harry Elvis, did you guys at any point want to do the bumper music? Because you never spoke up about it.
It's not even an issue of that. It was like...
Because you're just going to do the theme from Sousa, that children's show in South America.
I never even heard of it.
Sousa.
Is that what you grew up with, you idiot? What would you play, Hands at Stone? What's the big Panamanian music right now? I go over your house. Your parents are doing the Macarena until they pass out.
He wants to play Roberto Duran Duran.
That's the music he grew up with. Roberto Duran Duran.
Wonder Boy, would you have wanted a shot at the bumper music? You never spoke up.
Well, when Rory was doing it, I helped him come up with like hard rock, heavy.
You were playing that Clear Channel music that you work at your part-time job.
No, I was not playing classic rock.
That was the same thing. Every week you have the same thing. You were playing the same thing.
No, what do you want different, Mikey? Why is everything got to be different?
It's got to be different, I think. That keeps people, on the edge of their seats. Hey, what are we going to come back with?
The techno music keeps them on the edge of their seats?
Mikey, that techno all sounds the same anyway, so it doesn't...
You wouldn't know the difference.
I listened to it.
That's what he's saying. But when we went out to that party a couple weeks ago, the techno music almost drove Fez home.
I did. When we were at the going away party, the techno music was driving me insane.
And Fezzy grabbed my lapels, and he was really drunk, and screamed, "Is this still the same song?" And I'm like, "Easy, buddy. I'm sure it'll end." And then that DJ finally went off, and somebody started playing regular music, and everybody was so happy.
They were thrilled. And my thing that night, as drunk as I was, I kept going up to people saying, "If we had our own bar, I'd never play any of this ass."
I agree that night the techno music was going too long, but then when they changed it up, they went to 80s, to an 80s disc. It was all 80s stuff.
Thank God.
This is on the instant feedback here from Rooster. He says, Wonder Boy looks like a throwback to the Warriors movie from 1979.
So he's just taking...
Warriors!
Come out and play! So Rooster just taking a shot at everybody tonight.
Rooster's cleaning the ring out.
Rooster's at home cleaning the rifle, putting lipstick on, making an enemies list.
Whenever we're talking about a topic, we come back with that music. Remember, we used to do that.
Yeah, we try to tie in a theme.
The only problem was it would take 8 guys over the course of a commercial, and they wouldn't work on anything else.
And every time, and no matter what the topic, they'd always come to us and go, "Beatles, you can drive my car?"
Yeah.
What about Beatles, you can drive my car?
And then we go, "Give me some music that has to do with cars." Buy the Cars? I go, no one's going to make the connection that the Cars are playing. And we're talking about brake lines.
We had to give it up because if we looked for theme-related bumper music, they would get to the B's, stop at Beatles, and that's all we would get. Yellow Submarine? What about Yellow Submarine?
I know.
Am I lying?
No, I wish you were.
It was always the Beatles.
I wish I had a better life. Seriously. And sometimes I look around me and I go, it's a confederacy of dunces. They are just surrounding me with crazy ideas. And, when we were, Billy came in here during the last break and said, you had the caller that was using black slang. If that ever happens again, read this list. And I'm going, he's working behind the show like the tail of a comet.
What is the opposite of producing? So I just know how the process works backwards.
It's reducing. He's a reducer.
Thank you. I knew there was a word for it. When you bring us something after the bit is done, You've reduced the show. He's our executive reducer right now. Where'd he go?
He had to go in the other room and work on some reduction.
Now he's actually ticked because everyone took a shot that break, and he thought he was pretty clear.
Yeah, right.
He thought he had ducked the artillery.
It's a battle royal was going on, and he's not part of it. And somehow, Fezzi catches him with his shoe, even though he's in the stands.
There's a Royal Rumble going on, and Billy's bushwhacker Luke, who marches in one side of the ring and gets thrown out the other immediately.
That was always my favorite part of the Battle Royal. Any Royal Rumble where a guy would come flying into the ring and get chucked back out and get a huge standing ovation.
Less than a second in the Royal Rumble.
And that's where you would use Billy, because he would be blown up by that point.
Yeah, you got to send him in as a late number, maybe a 25, 26, and then just make sure he gets back out over that rope.
All right, so here seems to be the thing, Mikey, and it's not me. All right, I'm just going by what people are saying. But even if we go back to having you do the music, it can't all be techno, I guess. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, and it doesn't matter to Fez. Now you're upset you want it to be techno.
Yes.
All right. I was
what happens in professionalism meeting?
It's a reduction meeting we're doing instead. We're reducing ourselves. All right, so you think techno is the way to go? You think it's the music of the future?
Yes. And I could get a whole bunch more of good stuff.
All right. All right, so ronfez.net is where they're doing the poll. Not that anyone cares. I won't go there and even look to see what happens. But there it is if you want to vote.
If you want to participate in that, ronfez.net. Gee whiz. Is there like techno versions of real songs?
Yeah, sure. I played Cotton Eye Joe. That was the techno version.
If that was 1930, yeah, sure, I'd love it.
I play like rock techno. I play.
That he doesn't take this lightly.
No, he plans it out. You're right.
He thinks about it, and then these other guys just slap at it.
Yeah, then they stab me in the back. Always.
It's not. You don't write techno music, Mikey.
Sure.
You just brought in some CDs. It's not. I'm not attacking you.
I don't like techno music because you don't write it.
CDs. I'm just saying, it's not like it's all your stuff where you're in your basement cranking it out.
I used to play techno music.
But you're saying that you bring in a litany of CDs.
I did loops for Prodigy, baby.
You're BMG. You're just
wait a minute, I'm confused.
Baby.
You wrote the Prodigy music?
No. I used to do some drum loops for them.
He used to have Prodigy back when it first came out and you could get on the internet.
All right, now, see, I want everybody... You're laughing, Wonder Boy's laughing, Mikey's not laughing.
I apologize, Mike.
Mikey's my friend, and I want him to be happy. All right, so the whole thing about Wonder Boy saying, well, I take this serious, so you're just bringing CDs from home, it's more to you than that.
I don't just bring CDs from home. I mean, I have stuff that I've spun at nightclubs and adult clubs, and the girls love it. And it's, and I think also, though, for the show, it brings people up. They're dancing. I see, Fezzi dancing when I come back with some good bumper music.
Yeah.
I even write on the track, Ron and Fez like this one, so maybe I can repeat it later on down the line.
Maybe I'm just Mr. Bojangles and I'm dancing for your pleasure. What about Al Jefe's argument that it's got to stick more to the demographic?
Well, he's got his orders.
What is the demographic for techno anyway? I mean, is that space people? Space people dance to that?
Space people between the ages.
I think techno music is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can you get a CD for Grandma? Her birthday's next week. She's going to be 98.
I want one to Blair and a baby's carriage, too.
Lene hears it all the time. Lene's listening and dancing all the time with it.
All right, hold on. Harry Elvis is writing something on the
I hope that's a joke.
No, I was just saying the demo is for T1000s 18 and up.
Wait a minute. Instead of saying something like a person, you write it down on the wall and then deliver it? Now, believe me, I'm really happy you're doing T3 humor. I love it. That's current. Instead of Fezzi bringing stuff back
Frank
from
Reynolds in Washington.
ABC News from 1979 that literally nobody watched.
So you mean if I played anything from like Matrix Reloaded, you guys are not going to like it?
No, it doesn't matter what I like or
We
what
could
Fezzi
care
likes.
less. I just want you to know that the most important part of the word techno is no. All right?
Now, here's the thing.
So it should be Tom Petty all night.
Oh, now why attack
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Petty and the great city of Gainesville, Florida?
You know he's a Gator. You know that's a Gator boy sitting across from you. No, you can break. It doesn't have to be all Petty. There could be some Buffett on there, some Leonard Skinner, some
38 Special.
Yeah,
Some Hatchet? Anything.
Some of Tampa's Guitar Army. Throw in Grey Ghost. Let's, groove a little bit. Get some of the Stranger Boys on there. Nobody's saying that you can't do things from other parts of Florida. You can.
As long as it's not any of that Miami Sound Machine.
If you want,
There is a border.
grab some Jim Stafford, Spiders and Snakes. That was Fezzi's parents' wedding song.
Rude.
I might be rude, but I'm right. I was there. And I'm talking about their other wedding, when they finally got married.
Well, that was the ceremony for the family and friends.
Right. I now pronounce you husband and sister. That's Fez's wedding.
So wrong.
Right.
Oh, my sister's... Oh, by the way, everyone, my sister's having another wedding.
Is she really?
Yeah, July 4th. They're going to do one for family and friends.
Was this Uncle Sam doing this? You having the guy coming out walking on the stilts?
I think she's marrying Jimmy Cagney.
4th of July, you going to it?
I haven't been invited. I heard about it. I haven't been invited. I heard about it from another person.
Who?
My niece.
Oh, jeez. Your family's broken up, buddy.
Oh, yeah, it's totally broken up. You should have seen Father's Day.
You know
it was
what?
done in segments.
You're going to be much happier in Centerville. You don't want to go back there.
Don't go back to Centerville and waste another year?
No, go back to Centerville. Waste your
Oh.
time there. Don't go back down into Gainesville or whatever the hell Pinellas Park is. Because that's a mess, Fezzy. Your family's a mess.
It's a huge, huge mess.
Listen, Mikey D wants to DJ at this thing.
You can't show up at my sister's 4th of July wedding and have techno.
Oh, no, she won't like it?
No, the budget's been spent on sparklers.
All right, I want you to understand this, Mikey. And this isn't me saying it, but with your techno music, no one likes it. It sounds like someone's just playing a vacuum cleaner and then Ron and Fez come back.
Oh, boy. Well,
That's not me. That seems to be the word.
I don't know. Now I'm really hurt because it's coming out of your mouth. You were like on my side.
Oh, what do I know? I want you happy. You're my friend. That's not me knowing the music. You know I don't know the music.
No more techno music. Get me
know.
out of it. That's all.
All right, that's it. There we go.
Oh.
There he goes. Everybody can say everything but me.
What about the wedding?
Forget the wedding. We'll play a little Tom Petty there. You'll be fine.
Quit acting like my family is a...
Here's what the groom has to say. Do you take this woman?
Let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah. I now pronounce you man and wife.
I'll be goddamn. That's the bride's brother.
Exactly. And husband.
It's wrong, and it's rude, and it's rude.
They're getting married on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Barefoot?
I'm sure it'll be on the shore of something. A
Yeah.
swamp, a beach, anything.
Yeah, it's one of those Sunset Florida things, so the skeeters are out pretty good.
I'm getting them off. Ew! I meant the bug spray.
All right, well, take a break. Come back with some El Jefe bumper music.
Olay.
It's the Ron and Fez. Shh. Did he get back in time?
Is he over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there.
It's the Ron and Fez.